Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're ranking the best free cards in NBA 2K26 My Team right now. After, obviously, Season 3 introduced a bunch of new cards, I think this is a good time to go ahead and do a free cards tier list like this. But before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into it. Start off with Kerry Kittles. I'm trying to think on relative terms, obviously, because these are all free cards, so at the end of the day, this isn't going to be the most loaded list. There's some really good cards on here, but also a lot of mid to not that good cards. So guy like Kerry Kittles, who's an okay defender, has a very nice jumper, is a decent option. He's not great, but he's not bad either. I feel like he's one of those guys who it's fair to put in B tier. That seems like a reasonable spot for him. Kalel Ware is going to go S tier. Definitely one of the three best bigs on this list for sure. I'd say he's probably top two. He's great defensively. His release is legitimately solid. He is a phenomenal slasher, gets great rebounding animations, big player build. I think he is the best Amethyst card in the game. Huge fan of that Kalel Ware card. Lou Dort's 6'4" shooting guard, nice release, good slasher, and a very good defender, but at 6'4", he's not really that high on this list. I got him in B tier. Chris Bosh, S tier as well. He is elite, probably the best big on this list. Great release, very good finisher, versatile defender, just a well-rounded solid card, has good speed, good size, just a great option, especially at the 4, but he can play the 5 too. Corliss Williamson is one of those cards who I think people like. You wouldn't think Corliss Williamson would be a good card in 2K. Obviously not a big name or anything like that. But at the end of the day, this card's surprisingly solid. 6'7" with 6'11" wingspan at small forward. 87 speed, 85 driving, decent well-rounded defense. He's got only a 77 3-ball, but I think his jumper's decent. He's got De'Aaron Fox escape. Lonnie Walker base I know is good. Bryn Forbes upper is also good. So yeah, it's a good jump shot overall. I would say probably low B. I don't know. Again, there are a lot of mid cards on this list that are coming up, so I think I go B with him too. There's actually a few decent Season 2 reward or Season 3 reward cards out of these diamonds. They're not amazing, but they're not bad either. Clay doesn't give you a ton in terms of his shot creation at all at this point. Obviously, we know that he's not the greatest slasher, but he's a great shooter and a great defender. There are definitely better shooting guards, but he's not a bad option still. I think we go high B with Clay. MPJ, love the jumper. Movement's pretty good, but honestly, defensively, he's not great at all. He's not crazy athletic or a crazy fast wing or anything like that. I do think the badges could be a little more complete too. At this point, he's probably C tier. Isaiah's going to be D tier. He's the free Ascension Award from this season, and he's not good. His jumper's okay, but just overall, I don't think he's a very good card. Patrick Ewing has really solid stats and badges, but an absolutely atrocious jumper. Really don't trust him at all from the outside, and I think that kind of kills the card overall. I am actually going to go D tier with him. And honestly, Hondo has no shot creation at all as a 6'5" shooting guard who's really not that fast and isn't a particularly good slasher. I think he's super mid too. Honestly, when you look at this list, there may be one or two worse shooting guards, but he's not very good. I think he's either low C or D. I think he's probably low C. Nene, again, kind of like Corliss Williamson, another one of those guys where you're like, okay, probably isn't going to be that great, but really is pretty solid. Wish he was a little faster, but he's a competent shooter. His jumper's pretty good. Defensively, he's not bad. Release is actually pretty solid too. Fast upper, decent base. I don't think he's amazing, but again, he's not bad either. I'd say like mid B is probably fine. Elton Brand is 6'9" with a 7'5" wingspan at small forward. He's got an okay jumper. He's a very good finisher. I don't think he does anything really off the dribble. His jumper's not crazy, but he's not a bad card. He's got a lot of size. I think B tier is fair. I think I'd take him over Denny Avdia. Denny just doesn't have complete enough badges, and honestly, all of his stats are kind of ant too. His jumper's fine, but he's not special at all. I think he's legitimately probably C tier. He's not great at all. And Freddie Simons, love the card offensively. Defensively, he does not cut it, but he's 6'3" with great slashing, great shooting, great sigs. I can't go higher than B tier as fun as he is because the defense just isn't good enough, but I think we're going to go B tier with him as well. Marc Gasol, I think he's S, but honestly, this card is disappointing compared to what he could have been. The only Opal Mode Reward from Season 3, he's a little slow. Everything else about him is pretty good, but he doesn't have great sigs. His jumper's kind of just fine, not amazing. He's just a guy, you know what I mean? Honestly, he's a good option, but I think Bosch and Kalel are both better. Wes Unseld, also C, missing a lot of badges, not a particularly impressive card. Not the biggest fan of him. Risa Shea, this is a little bit high maybe, but I think like low to mid A is probably fair for Risa Shea. 6'10", really nice, really solid jumper, solid finisher. That size size is valuable, and I know his stats and badges aren't as complete as a Dort or a Kittles or a Clay, but I think the size gives him some extra value, and I do think he's a pretty solid card. I think A tier is fine for him. Gugliotta's going to go S tier, probably the best wing on this list, at least arguably. I think he's really, really good on the defensive end of the court with his switchability at 6'10", big player build. He's a great finisher, and he's got a good jumper too. Googs is really solid in my team. Con Knipple doesn't provide a ton of defense, but offensively he is awesome. Really like his release. I think defensively he's not totally a liability, but he's not particularly great. Obviously, slashing wise, he has a decent dunk animation, but I don't think overall he's that great of a slasher. But a great jumper with Kemba Escape gives you some shot creation that not that many cards have. Honestly, he's borderline S tier. I think you could definitely make the argument at least for him in S tier. And you know what? I like Con, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to leave him high A. Mitch Richmond, Jaw Escape, good jumper. Not a great slasher or an insane defender. I think he's kind of low-key a worse Knipple in all honesty. I feel like he's a similar style of card, but I think I'm going to go B tier with him. Low-key Dort, I think I'm going to move up to A. Despite being 6'4", his stats and badges are so solid. He's got such a solid jumper. I think he's A tier though, the more I look at it. Kyrie is really fun to use on the offensive end of the court. I was very impressed with him offensively in the gameplay that I recorded with him, which I haven't posted yet, but it'll actually be posted tonight. Had a lot of fun using him. At the same time, he's 45 driving dunk with no defense as a 6'2" point guard. He doesn't fit the meta in the slightest. He's going to get killed defensively. I think he has to be D, but he's fun to use. I will say that. Glenn Rice is S tier to me. I know his defense isn't unbelievable, but it's pretty solid, as is the finishing. The shot creation is there. The jumper is absolutely there. And I think the size is there still at small forward, too, at 6'8". He's a solid card. I think he's S tier. John Long's nice. A tier, good animations, good jumper, well-rounded, solid card. He might actually be the best of these Mode Reward Diamond cards from Season 3. Well-rounded stats. I think he's got a pretty good shot. In fact, I know he's got a good shot. He's got KD Escape, too. He's got some pretty nice animations. He is a solid option. I think he's definitely like an A tier guy for sure. J Kidd also going to go A tier. I don't love the lack of elite slashing. He's also kind of small. His standstill jumper smooth and easy to green, but it's not crazy fast. He's good. He's not insane. There are better point guards at this point, although to be fair, free point guards are pretty limited. He low-key is probably the best free point guard still. I don't know about that one actually. I just realized I put Cade on this. Cade isn't free. He shouldn't be on this list. My bad. That is a mistake. So we're going to forget about him, but everybody else we will still get to. VJ Edgecombe is... He's 6'5", decent jumper, good slasher. He's low-key better than Simons defensively for sure. He's not as good offensively, doesn't have the movement, but he does have the slashing still. He's 2 inches taller, and he's a much better defender. I think Simons' lack of defense might put him C tier, despite how fun he is offensively. I'm going to leave it like this for now, though. Put them both B. Joe Smith... I wish his jumper was better, but everything else about the card is really good. I think he's probably like low A to high B, somewhere in there. The jumper could definitely be better, but it's not like atrocious, and he is a very solid finisher, versatile defender, big quality card. He's just not as good as Gugliotta. I'm going to go low A for Joe Smith. DeAndre Hunter is very much held back by a bad jumper. He is good stat and badge-wise, but he's 6'8", small forward without a great jumper. Honestly, with a bad jumper. I think the stats hold him back too, or the release holds him back too much. Jack Sigma is S tier as well. Still, I mean, great release, solid finisher, solid defender, not athletically a liability, although he's not crazy fast. Still a very good card, still S tier. OG, great slasher, great catch and shoot release, super solid defender. He doesn't do a ton offensively besides just being like good catch and shoot and good dunker because he's not fast, but he is a good card. I just don't know if he's S or A. I think he's high A because I have Knipple high A too. I think that's what I'm going to do for now. Coutinho Mobley, jumper just isn't there on this card, and for a guy who's mostly a shooter, it's not particularly impressive. He's 94 speed, 96 3 ball, but a 75 driving dunk is a 6'4" shooting guard with not elite defense and a jumper that, to be totally honest, isn't all that good. I don't love his upper. I just think he's pretty mid. I think he's low-key almost D. He is not a very good card. Laurie Markkinen, great pick and popper with a nice jumper, but he's kind of slow. He's not a great defender. I think Nene's probably a little better, but Markkinen's not bad for an Amethyst. I think he's C tier. Ariza, 6'8", decent jumper, good defensive small forward. Not a great card, but a pretty good one. If his jumper was super fast, he'd be a great one, but his jumper's solid enough as is. He doesn't have the movement, but I think he's still A tier. Paul Pierce, jumper is just gross. I know he's got very good stats and badges. His jumper sucks, and at the shooting guard position too, it is tough to justify running him in my opinion. Austin Reeves, fun offensive card, but defensively leaves too much to be desired entirely at the shooting guard position. I just don't think he cuts it well enough. I think he's D tier, honestly. Sam Cassell, same story. small, not a great slasher, not an insane defender, just not a good Season 1 card, honestly. Sidney Moncrief is, I low-key think, basically Jason Kidd. They're pretty much the same card. They're both guys who are going to hit a wide-open 3. VJ's got a lower, or Sidney's got a lower 3-ball rating, but he is, I would say, a little bit better slasher than J Kidd is. And they're very similar defensively, both very good defensive point guards. Moncrief's jumper is good, I will say that. I just wish his 3-ball rating was a little higher. I think he's like low A. I think they're both low A, honestly. I don't love either of those cards, but they're fine. Ant actually is probably S tier. This Ant card is low-key so solid. I know he's only 6'4", but he's got great movement, great slashing, and super solid defense too. Good player build for a 6'4" shooting guard. He's not bad. If he could play point guard, he would be so nice. Jonathan Kuminga is another good A-tier card. I think he's very similar to OG, maybe a little better than OG, definitely more of a threat off the dribble. I'm gonna go low A for, or low S for Jonathan Kuminga. I think he's a good card. I think he deserves to be up there. Pascal Siakam, we'll go B with him. Not a bad defender. Release is fine. He holds his own enough. He's not special, but he's not bad either. I think it's fair to go with him in the B tier. Low-key Richmond and Moncrief. You know what? I'm moving Sidney down. I know J Kidd. I think I had Sidney over J Kidd at one point. I've kind of flip-flopped my opinion there. I'm gonna have J Kidd last card in A, Sidney first card in B, I think, or something like that. That's fine. Elgin Baylor. Again, kind of undersized at shooting guard, but he's got extremely complete stats. 90 plus everything. His jumper looks weird, but it's pretty good. I think he's A tier. Robert Ory is low-key also A tier. We're talking about the Pink Diamond, the evolved version, obviously. He's got a great jumper. He's very big. He's a very good finisher. He just isn't an awesome defender. I mean, he's a fine defender, honestly. He's just low stamina, really, is his biggest issue. Defensively, he's not insane, but he's pretty solid. Rui Hachimura has great animations, but still kind of a mid-jumper. I think he's better than a DeAndre Hunter, but his jumper still isn't all that good. Super complete stats and badges as well. Has 38 total base badges, but the jumper could definitely be better. Trey has no defense at all. He's an easy D tier. He's not very good. Jalen Johnson's like a better Denny Avdia. I don't think he's great, but I don't think he's terrible either. He's kind of just a guy. We're going to go B tier with him. I am going to move Simons down because of defense as well, I think, and I'm also going to move Elton Brand down because I don't think he's very good. I don't like his jumper enough. So I want to balance it out a little bit, and so I'm going to do that. Joe Johnson's going to go C as well. Stats and badges just aren't there. I think guys like Kittles and Clay are better than Joe Johnson at the shooting guard position. And then Alonzo Mourning is the final card on the list, and he is low-key almost S tier. I'm going to put him S tier. I think he's good. He's 6'11", great stats and badges. Jumper's underrated. He's legitimately very solid. The only card that I feel like I want to put Concanippal in S tier. I'm going to do it. It's my tier list. I'll put him at the end of S tier. Offensively, he's so good that I think it makes up for some of the defensive inadequacies. This list could probably be a little more perfect, but honestly, it's not bad as is. I feel like it's pretty accurate. Y'all let me know what y'all think of it in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.